We tell our players that their money makers are their glutes. I mean, that's where all the power comes from. You initiate forces in your legs, you transfer those forces through your trunk, and you apply them with your hands and arms. And so the purpose of the squat is to, train the glutes to fire it up. We use a Smith squat. We used to use a free squat, but we were finding that we have a large number of players from foreign countries that don't speak English and don't have access to this, and it's Smith machine is just a little bit safer. So what we lose in terms of effectiveness, we feel like we pick up with respect to safety. But basically what we're doing is trying to train the glutes and the hamstring and the quads. So we're training the legs on that standpoint. Typically what we see is some players will put their feet too far forward, and it ends up being more of a hack squat. But with the Smith machine, we can correct for that, and we can adjust their posture properly. We ask them to go parallel. The research says if you don't go parallel, you're not working your glutes to your max. So our goal is to, if at all possible, to get them to parallel. And in Hunter's case, what we'll do is, because for this season at least, he's a center fielder. And center fielders have a lot of ground to cover. And our corner guys aren't that fast. And so Hunter even has more ground to cover. So we need to train him like a sprinter, so we train him like a defensive back. And we've talked to the Tennessee Titans and the Cowboys and some other teams and said, hey, how do you train your defensive backs? And basically what we're doing is we're doing a moderate load explosively with a few reps. So in Hunter's case, he'll do a warm-up set with 185, and then he'll do 3 sets of 3 with 225. And what we find is that we can maintain his strength, we can give him a little bit of explosive power, and he doesn't get that soreness that he would get if he were, doing a higher volume work. Since we're doing, 3 sets of 3 and the load is not that heavy, we'll give him anywhere from 45 seconds to a minute